I've gotten better lately. Okay, you guys see my broadcast yet? Okay, I'm doing my training. Yeah, that hasn't even said anything yet. Oh damn. Okay. Oh, get him! Get him! Oh, what the? That ain't right. Oh. That's what I get for having one of the better running backs. Right. That's the party. Yeah, so they just left a note for you today? Yeah. Oh, that's messed up. Oh, good lord. I got a bronze.
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game.
I'll start it anyway. The game. Did you figure out what it was? Yeah. Oh, okay. Ah. Did he just sign on, or did he join the party? Oh, okay.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA
We're going to start this.
Straight ahead, we've got what
playing
should
the Vikings.
be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota
See if I can
Vikings.
get respectable here.
With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden
Yeah, they're only
Super Bowl 52, the wondrous US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do
like a linebacker
between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings.
Like a cover one type.
Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total scary. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll run here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. James.
Whoa.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive.
Rolled out a little bit.
The man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st.
I ran it.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to blow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Detroit!
Run it anymore.
They'll try and run for
defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
James to throw on 2nd down. Toward the pylon, caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, let's go ahead and meet the starting 11 for Minnesota. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run.
Oh.
If they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. Touchdown
like that,
number
huh?
15 of the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive.
That's like his
Looking
14th,
sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming
touchdown
on back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Pretty
so
quiet
here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Yeah.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He left
the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Oh, now we're joining his.
Before they're able to knock him down.
All right, pause the game.
Hello? Are we there?
Hey, hello? Bueno? Hello?
Hello? I'm here.
Josh? Fidel?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Wow, you know the funny thing is I can hear you better.
Oh, wow. Okay.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just tell him plug his speaker in.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Saw him plug his headphone in.
Right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
You there?
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
It's been quite the evolution for Stephon Diggs, because when he came out of high school, many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected, and actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
And they'll go on the ground.
Oh, shoot.
And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Oh, no.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Face mask. I think I got a block in the back. Yeah.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
That's okay, because I got the ball.
Coleman now. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Maybe a tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And he won't get to the markers. They're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one.
Are you there?
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
And they've got it here with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Maybe he needs new headphones.
Here's James on first down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And then it's all about the yaks.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, It all depends on how the game is going.
I hear you.
Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
To throw is James. Looking to throw on second down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On third down, that's Coleman. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
There you go.
A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Look
and
at that.
It never hurts
Hour
to
right
have
there.
that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Yeah.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0.
Oh, you got to be joking.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
I'm going, really?
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they react.
And why am I jumping? Yeah.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Page. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much
I should
space,
have blitzed him.
he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Yeah.
Now a handoff working right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
On second down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
All right.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. Green, 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of
Hey, you're
recognizing
there.
it, stepping away from the pressure,
I hear you.
and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
I heard you for a second.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so.
And incomplete. He tried to
I
leave
hear
it
some
underneath,
beeping
nearly
on
got picked.
Josh's side,
They'd be
I
lucky
think.
to have that one back. Third down.
It's been my observation.
There you
There's been
go,
a
I
nice
hear you.
variety of
Thank
play
you.
calling
Appreciate it.
defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep
I
the
hear you.
defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency.
I hear
quite a
you,
bit,
yeah.
but Only the second quarter. A lot of time to change
Here
things.
we go. 3, 19.
On third down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's
Already
got
have
to
a
fling
14-0
in order to
lead.
open up that running lane again.
Soon to be a 14-3 lead.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get
we
themselves
hear
on
you.
the board here at 14-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Doing pretty good. Doing okay.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded a couple
I finally
yards
got the
deep.
ball kicked off to me again.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone
You like
twice,
that, huh?
and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there
It's
twice?
still early.
What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in
That's
sync
fine.
right
I'm
now.
cool with that. Yeah.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now James throwing on first down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down.
I thought they were
completion.
going to blitz.
2 minutes remain here in the first half.
Oh, okay.
More from Minneapolis after this.
I thought you were talking about my play.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. to throw on second down. James. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Back to throw. James. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. James now off the play fake. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. That one doesn't find
What was
its
that?
target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It wasn't an interception, so.
It's an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were
Dude, that's 17.
but they couldn't keep the
What you
momentum
talking about?
going
I
enough to get
didn't.
a touchdown
I
out of it.
scored. Granted, it wasn't a touchdown.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here.
You lost
This
the
will be a
coin flip.
touchback, and
You
it comes
should have
out
been.
to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they'll run it here. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Oh, no problem. I'm sorry. I'm concentrating my game here.
All right, so the timeout
Dude,
over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Coronavirus dating.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott
You know what I
ready
mean?
to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake.
Oh, you got to be joking.
It's intercepted.
That's what I get.
He's picked off at his own 46. That late in the clock, second quarter.
That's what I get.
Run it a time or two and get it into the locker room.
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Jackson. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Actually, I was in spy.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
What happened?
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, it's not like you can do anything right now anyway.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports
NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Cameron Meredith, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception.
I think the 49ers
Lastly,
are running away with the division.
Check on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Marcus Mariota, 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. Brandon Gott,
I think the Browns have the number 1 seed, don't they?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there.
Yeah, they got some.
And it'll move the sticks.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose...
Hey, they did a lot of things in the offseason this year, too.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Yeah.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Page. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle.
Where you going to go,
Steve? More plays.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Set. Green, 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter. Interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
I was in a blitz, so probably man.
Instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing?
What, to make the playoffs? I think so.
Spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No, I don't think I can win the division. I think I'll go in as a wild card.
Here we go now. Blue, 90.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. There he goes again. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 38 yards on the scamper there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point.
You like that one, huh?
Stand up and stop them.
I know how to spin.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I know, huh?
James on 1st and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward.
I should have waited a couple more minutes.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's James to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, you did. Thank you.
Picked off down at the 10.
You can have a...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. And he's going to score.
Yes, it was.
Touchdown.
I am.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
False start, offense.
Now remember, still time. They can elect to kick it now from back at the 20.
You have to know what you have mentally from your kicker because the extra points have stressed these guys out all across the league. But I think at this stage of the game,
thank you for that vote of confidence.
And they'll still try and run for it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Rams offense,
no, you cursed
their
me.
way back on the field.
You cursed me on that play.
The pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled
I'll flip some to you.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This is Coleman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw is James. Off play action.
Oh, you gotta be joking.
He lost the football.
Come on.
And this belongs to the Vikings. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind
Thank
is
you.
always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Jackson, and Diggs has it.
Oh, come on.
Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Here we go now. Green.
They're going to try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
so
figure
field goal
what?
still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And we've got a dandy here, a 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now James looking to throw on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. James on the screen. This is Coleman. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. So he didn't start this one the way he wanted to, but yeah, so elite, been through so many of these battles. Hard to keep him down for an extended period of time.
Do you think?
Demonstrate just how unusual this
it's
start
the
was
cackling
for him.
hen in my ear right
Marvin
now.
handed us some statistics that showed us he doesn't do this very often. What we're seeing now, though, that's what we're used to seeing. He made an adjustment, and boy, it's working really well.
Back to his old form. Throw left side complete. That's Person. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
James now, off the bootleg. And this is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 62 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All right, here we go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it.
That's why I don't do nickel.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Jackson. This will be on. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. James back to the air on 2nd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 60 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I can hear you. I took my headphones out for a minute.
To a 2nd and 10. Here's James off the play fake. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for two. To throw is James. Operating from the gun. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the
I didn't. That's why I took my headphones off.
As we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out.
Cover 2, I think.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Jackson to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points,
they beat me on the field goal.
Pretty easy to come by.
They were, but
What
it was
timeout?
fun, wasn't it? Because both
I don't
teams
have any
finding
timeout.
ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball
With
games
what?
that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5.
No.
Too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing around. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero down, get my baby 35. Bar for me. Bar for me, yeah. Bar for me. Bar for me.
All right. Good. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. All right.
I swear, baby, it was just kiss, now how could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall for me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing around. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero down, get my baby 35.
Hopefully. All right, you guys take it easy. All right.
But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's
wow.
what they like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These, I son them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it's like, yo, what it's like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo.
He left.
All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you have this for me?
All right. I'll talk to you guys later then. Later.
I ain't got the time to get you sailing around. I got too much on my